Johnson right now. We're going on now. Okay? So everybody get ready. We're going to sell us a policy. All right, guys, here goes nothing. Let's go ahead and let's knock on the door. Let's knock on it, all right? Let's see. Let's see. Can I help you? Hey, Miss Johnson. Yeah, my name's Dare. I'm a North American Senior Benefits. We're the ones that sent you out that $5 check. You remember that $5 check, don't you? That $5, you remember it? What'd you say now? $5? You got $5. Oh, excuse me. Johnson, don't you worry. We've seen plenty of them. Look. Well, sugar, I don't remember getting a $5 check, okay? So, I don't know why you're here. I don't know what you're doing here. But I'm about to go inside, okay, Miss Johnson, that's not a problem. Almost everybody forgets they filled out that little $5 check. But I tell you what, if I could send you that check every month, I would. But since I can't, I'm going to show you how to save that $5. Now, sweetheart, it's about insurance, ain't it? I'm all squared away. I can't get no insurance, okay? I got the gout, I got CPD, I got all kinds of stuff. I got XYZ. You name it, they got gout. Oh, yes, ma'am, you can have the gout, you can have CPD, you can have XYZ. You ain't got HIV, do you? Oh, okay, good. Yeah, but hey, look, we got something to help you. Do you think you can really help me even with my CPD and my gout? Okay, come on in. There might be a couple of things they told about me, but come on in. I got some scrambled eggs waiting on me. Come on, let's go in the house. Come on. Oh, yeah, let's go in the house. I love scrambled eggs. Do we know each other? We do too. Come on, let's go in the house.
All right, good deal. I gotta, I figured something out yesterday watching you get your film up here. I'm thinking that's gonna come back to haunt me one day, right? And I honestly hope I feel better about that then than I do now, right? So, really quick before I kind of get into my speech here, which we're already 5 minutes in, so I'm going over it, just a warning. Yesterday, during the cleanup, I actually overheard a conversation, and it just really bothered me. I won't say who it was with, I won't say anything, but I actually heard someone literally say they did not believe in this system. Okay, whoa.
Blasphemous.
Right? They did not believe in this system. Heretic. And that it was designed for the rich to get richer. And man, I tell you, it really got to me. I started thinking about it, and I started playing this over and over in my head. And I said, well, the investment that these guys put into us is absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely. To kind of break it down in simple math. You take $1 million earner, which we now have a couple of them, right? You take $1 million earner, you say a 40-hour work week times 52, that equals $480 an hour. Now, what does that correlate to you? Well, every single day, you have a coach that is worth $480 an hour to help you get better. $480. What does that turn out to each week? $2,400. A $2,400 investment is made into you every single week in time. Over a year, $125K. Think about that. $125,000 invested in you and your success. So all you have to do is tap into a phone call, and it's a $125,000 investment into you. Now, for those of you that understand that value, the next reasonable thing would be, well, how do I increase that value? Right? How do I increase what they're investing in me? Well, I'm on the 9 o'clock call. Yet every day I'm on an 8:30 call as well. So the investment in me is not 125, it's actually 250. Okay? So guys, it's absolutely what you make of it. Understand, if you sell out to NASB and you plug into this, you're going to grow. This morning, when Craig started, Craig literally said, hey, if this isn't your final destination, that's fine. This is a stepping stone. But you're going to grow. You're going to be able to take this growth to wherever it is you go. Guys, use this as an investment. I tell you, Linda Strong and I, where you at, Linda?
Back here.
Linda Strong and I, we are absolute students of Craig Harvey and Jordan Smith. I mean, literally, we dissect everything that they do. Everything they say, how they walk, how they talk, their cadence, how they move on stage. You know, Jordan, it's kind of funny, it matches their personalities, right? Really does. Jordan's a little stiff, right? Yet he's well polished and he just kind of transitions well, right? Where you got Harvey, you know, Harvey's animated, right? And Harvey's all getting around, right? You can always tell when he thinks he said something great because he goes like, so, again, guys, look. This is the thing. If you make this about final expense, yeah, you can learn final expense. I'll put these two guys up against anybody in this industry. Anyone in this industry. They're at the top. Okay? We can learn so much from them. It does not have to be just final expense. Every single day that these guys, or I should say every single day that you tap into them, you become more valuable. It's that simple. Now, that was my soapbox. Now for my speech. So, Jordan asked me, he says, man, I want you to come up and tell your story. And I thought, man, my story, right? I don't know. I can sit up here, you know, Daryl and I can sit and talk about Ms. Johnson's policy all night, right? But when it actually comes down to sitting up here and, you know, trying to tell you guys how wonderful I am, I mean, I can't do that, you know? I leave that for guys in the crowd whose name rhymes with Connor York. Love you, Connor. But what really makes my story any better than anyone's? It's not better than yours, not better than yours. It truly, the thing is that we all have crap in our lives. Every one of us. When I'm a feed off of Harvey's speech last year, when Harvey talked about a seedling, and I'm going to paraphrase, but he talked about a seedling. And this seedling, when we just stuff crap, manure, fertilizer, right? We just stick it on top. Yet, it only takes one little glimpse, one little ounce of light, of hope. And that seedling is going to chase it. It's going to chase that light. It's going to chase that absolute, it's going to go full speed ahead, that hope. Yet, after it comes up through the crap, we absolutely have something beautiful on the other end. We have a flower, right? Which I think the irony of it is that, you know, we turn around and we give our significant other a flower after we put them through crap. You know? So, again, you know, it's tough, but what happens when that seedling doesn't get that light? Right? And life just continues to just shovel crap over top of that seedling. It gets very dark, it gets lonely. Okay?
You got it!
That's where I was before NASB. I was in a very dark place. It's really. Whew, I had gotten myself into a mess financially. I had gotten myself into a bunch of crap. I was in a really dark spot. I was constantly taking in negativity. I was constantly around negative influences, people, family, negative this, negative that. just completely overwhelmed with news, completely overwhelmed with politics. You guys know who you are on Facebook, waiting for something to come out so you can say something to try to prove someone wrong on the other side. You know who you are. Guys, it's literally crap. I honestly was so negative, I found myself investing in the decay of society. Literally. I invested in the decay of society. I was a quote-unquote prepper. Or for lack of better words, we'll call it a really good camper. Right? But again, it just really and truly, I was investing in this thing. I thought, hey, look, man, I'm seeing everything fall apart. I really and truly, just myself, I'm falling apart. Well, I was in construction, and I ended up getting hurt. I blew out my L4, ruptured my L5, completely ruptured my L5. I had sciatica so bad down this right leg that I literally hopped on one foot for months. Couldn't work. Almost lost everything. I got you. Come on, Daryl. I ran into AJ. It was at a football. It was October, November of 2015. And I'll never forget, I hadn't seen AJ in years. AJ and I grew up, we've known each other since middle school. And here I come hopping up on one foot to go to my son's football game. AJ's like, what's going on, man? I'm like, hey, man, I'm in bad shape. I feel bad. I'm terrible. I'm broke down and out, man. And he says, yeah, I see that. I'm like, thanks, AJ. And I pretty much summed up my situation as best I could in about 10 minutes. And I'll never forget, AJ looked right at me. And he said, man, Brian, I'm going to make $4,000 to $5,000 next month whether I go to work or not. After the crap I'm going through, right? I haven't been able to work in months. I'm looking at AJ, I'm like, I'm in. He goes, well, I haven't even told you what I do. I said, I don't care what you do. I'm in. Literally, I'm thinking, man, this is it. Oh, man, I can do this. I can do this. This is my life. This is me coming through the crap, right? Wrong. See, here comes that shovel of crap, right? Do I really want a sales job? Crap, right? Do I really want to work commission only? Crap. Do I want to buy leads? Crap. Door to door? Crap. So what did I do? Well, I ended up kind of backing away from it. That December, my sciatica got way worse. It was so bad I was going to the chiropractor twice a day, and I had to. This is my two miles uphill in the snow story. God's honest truth. I hopped on one foot 1.5 miles through Cimarron, Wake Forest, which is right down the road. I hopped 1.5 miles on one foot to get to the chiropractor twice a day. I couldn't afford surgery. I had to do what I had to do. And I couldn't get in a seated position. Anyone that's ever had sciatica, you know what this is, right? I mean, it's a nerve. It's nothing you can do about it. It's absolutely overwhelming. But it was December of 2015. I spent 3 weeks on my back. 19 to 20 hours a day, I was on my back for 3 straight weeks. During those 3 weeks on your back, I can tell you something pretty amazing happens. I need Miss Johnson now. Laying on your back, you can only look up. God and I had a bunch of conversations. They were very selfish conversations. Every one of them starting with why. I searched for clarity. I searched for, come on, B. I'm going to lose my BA after this, right? Yeah, right. God and I had a bunch of conversations. Again, selfishly, many of them started with why. I didn't know why it was happening to me at 33 years old. I didn't know what, I wore a Superman cape for my son, yet I'm on the floor. I started asking for clarity, and next thing you know, I literally started analyzing every single thing. I was a 1099 in construction, and I literally started, I could tell you every nut, every bolt, the wear and tear on everything, my labor charges. I started analyzing every single thing, trying to figure out what I was making the guys that I was working for who refused to help me. Refused to help me. I figured out that I was putting $1,000 profit in this guy's pocket every day before lunch. Profit. What I ended up finding again is roughly around 15 days out of the month, I paid my annual salary. So I'm laying on my back, right? And I'm thinking to myself, man, I drew up this whole sheet, and I said, man, you know what? I'm going to go back, and this is what I'm going to do. Piecework, man. This is what I'm going to get. This is what I'm going to do. And I walked up and I handed that to the guy, and he looked at me and he said, Brian, you're not worth this. Ooh. And I looked right back at him and I said, no, you're wrong. I am worth that. I'm just not worth that to you. But I'm definitely worth that to myself.
Go ahead, Doc.
The very next day I signed up for John Quick. No, I'm not getting any money for saying this. John Quick in Raleigh, I signed up for his class. John still remembers me to this day as the only student he ever had that stood in the back of his classroom on one foot for 3 straight days as I took the life insurance course. I got it. Passed it. I literally passed my first time. I knew I had to do something. And I thought, man, this is it, right? This is my life. Here we go again. This is my moment. This is my time. Again, wrong. See, you don't overcome years of self-oppression overnight. You guys have, it's a constant growth. It's a constant growth. And as soon as you slow down, those old demons pop right back in. And again, that's why I say it's self-oppression. It really and truly is. We oppress ourselves. We set our own boundaries. Okay? No one establishes those for us. It's really and truly on us. So I'm contracted. I'm going through the motions. I still wasn't sold out to NASB. Was doing just enough to get by. And to be honest, I think if I was on Stephen Dean's team, he probably would have fired me. So, however, my second year, I'm driving down the road, I'm taking my kids to school, and I had a gentleman pull out in front of me, and I got in an accident. I had the kids in the car, I was panicked. I called AJ, I called Jordan, and Jordan Smith says, hey man, come pick up my BMW and make sure you go to work today. I thought, oh, how do I turn that down, right? Any other time I could come up with any excuse of not going to work. I didn't need to get in a car accident. Sometimes the threshold was big enough I couldn't get through, right? But yeah, Jordan said, yeah, man, come get my X6 and you take it out and you go to work today. I thought, man, I can't refuse that. So ended up getting the kids to school, ended up going to Jordan's house. And that was my coming to Jesus moment. See, I got in Jordan's X6, and I'll never forget, I shut the door, and I got hit in the head. All right? I'm looking at it, it's a CD of Zig Ziglar, How to Sell. What is this? All right? My leg, something's rubbing on my leg. I look down at it. It's John Maxwell's 5 Levels of Leadership. I'm baffled. Wait, what is this? Wait. This is Jordan Smith. $1 million home. $1 million home. I'm in his X6. Guy's got everything that we're all individually chasing. We see with all these agents, we see with all this stuff, and I'm sitting here going, wait a minute. You mean that this guy's listening to this? This is the answer? So again, it was completely polar opposite of what I had been doing for years, pouring negativity in me. Whereas Jordan is made, you guys. You got to understand that. That's no disrespect to Jordan. Okay? Before NASB, Jordan's career highlight reel was when he scored 12 points in that church league basketball game. 12. Which I will say this. I mean, in all truthfulness, there are still more highlights of that game than there are stats of you playing in Middle State Nowhere on Google.
Yes.
So I will say, but guys, again, this was it for me. This was my transformation. Okay, this is when I really and truly started to see life differently. Again, if you slow down, these old demons will come. They will. They'll poke their head right back into your life. But I gotta tell you, don't get it twisted because I'm not through the crap yet. Okay? Every last day is a struggle. The shovel. Constant crap. But I'm telling you guys, I now see the light. I now see the light. Jim Rohn says, pity the fool who has a favorite restaurant but doesn't have a favorite speaker. You will go and you will feed your body, yet you will starve your mind. Guys, this all brings me back again to self-oppression. So many times we lie to ourselves. So many times we say we can't. I guess you know the adage, right? You're right no matter which one you say. Mm-hmm. So, again, Ashley Wimmer and JJ, you guys talked about your why, and I want you to understand I don't mean anything negative here, okay? But I'm really, truly not a fan of why, and I'll tell you why. If you're successful, you don't need to worry about your why. You just keep plugging along. You keep doing what you're doing. But Josh Sherrill said the most 2 powerful words this weekend. Why not? Why not you? Why not me? We all have what it takes. Are you going to do the things that's necessary to project you forward? So again, in closing, I just simply ask all of you to unleash yourselves from your self-oppression. Unleash yourselves from your imposed chains. It's up to you. It's not up to anyone else. I love you. I like you. And man, I can't thank you guys enough. NASB has truly, it's changed my life. It's made me a better father. It's made me a better person. Again, it's the light that I needed in my life. And I thank all of you.